Goodness to you. This is Sporty King. And I always say goodness because I don't know whether you're watching morning, afternoon, or evening. But isn't it great to have good starting off any part of your day? Welcome to Gift Friday. I created it because so often we hear TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Yet I say, what allure does Friday have to the person that took their last breath on Thursday? Any day before that, for all that matters. So I use what I've learned from Psalm 92 and 2. It is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. In other words, instead of TGIF, I use TGIT. Thank God it's today. And then TGIT. Thank God it's tonight. Thus, I get to add the lesson in Matthew 6 and 14 that says, so don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Thank God it's tonight. Today's trouble is enough for today. Thank God it's today. And I offer first another way of looking at TGIF. Let's look at it as trusting God is free. Think about what it costs to be blessed with the greatest gift of the day, waking up. Doesn't cost a dime. And that still moves us into realizing that when we move the T in TGIF from the front to the end, we find what we really must give God thanks for, and that is today. Thus, Gift Friday, GIFT, God is for today, is the online sharing of one of my original poems and its possible uses to inspire audiences online or in person and by yourself. You see, each poem will be my gift to you. Here you hear me read it and then share this week's gift. If you like a free keepsake colorful copy, oops, I got to go back one. All right. If you like a free keepsake colorful copy and you're watching on Facebook or LinkedIn, I ask that you email me at sporty@sportyking.com and I'll email you a copy. If you're watching on YouTube or sportyking.com, my website, then you can just request it in the thread. Okay? So here we go. Now, maybe you haven't said it yet. Have you heard somebody say, what were they thinking? Or why didn't they tell me? Or who do they think they are? Hmm. Well, wisdom is in retrospect. And sometimes the light goes off so brightly that we feel like we actually knew what was going on back then when we were those, they, or even them. Hysterically, that brightness is a blinding light that allows us to momentarily forget our maturing process with its ups and downs. Today's gift poem is Predicting the Past, and it was written in 1999. It's from my book, I Found Out I'm Living, an affirmation of life. And its brightness is a shining light, not a blinding light, that snaps us back and reminds us to be supportive, patient, and more importantly, thankful for the many people who touched our lives along the way while God was guiding us on our chosen path. Enjoy using it to brighten up your world. Here's Predicting the Past. I have looked back at my life often, and if you'd like, I can look back at yours. And I noticed I overcame great obstacles, yet it surprised me who opened the doors. For the most impactful lessons I learned came from those I had given my back, from persons I thought I had no need for, who eventually helped me question my tact. The ex-girlfriends, other ethnicities, and lifestyles. I'll keep this list short so I can finish this poem. The hatred, anger, and ignorance, nonchalance, arrogance, and lies, cheating, stealing, and pain. I had to list those shortcomings. For through the lessons they taught, I now recognize my old life as insane. You see, back then, there were a lot of first time reactions involved, and my immaturity allowed me to fall short. I could shift the blame and hide behind excuses. Now, there's a list far too long to report. Back then, each person I met started out as a stranger whose intentions I questioned instead of my own. It was so much easier to see their faults while leaving mine alone. Their selfishness was clear. They were out to please only themselves. Yet all I had to share was neatly stacked on my hidden shelves. I valued only my opinion with no regard for their seeing the light. Flexibility bounced out the window. I could only see me being right. I followed the crowd and sometimes I let it, ridiculed and poked fun at this one and that. As they say now, back then I was a bag of chips. Oh, yes, I was really all that. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's still all about me. The difference is in how I now define myself and the truth that has set me free. Because I now understand my need to be a man, I can thank those ex girlfriends for the patience they somehow showed. Dealing with my insecurities and my inability, no, my unwillingness to find a way to give. The prejudice I entertained kept me frozen in negativity. I took the time to harden my heart. I found ways to be down and get over, all the while thinking I was so smart. And my brothers and sisters who didn't mirror me on either side, inside or outside, are now welcome parts of my life for just that reason. Yes, now I recognize how lonely and lost I would be if everywhere I turned, I saw only me. And who knows, maybe I just needed some of those people. Oops. Maybe I just needed some of those people. Oops, go back to exercise those negative emotions to help me see. I'm going to restart that sentence. And who knows, maybe I just needed some of those people to help me exercise those negative emotions to help me see how I felt about myself. Oh, okay. I see what I did wrong. Okay. In fact, I predict that that's exactly what happened. I'm gonna reread the end. I'm gonna reread the end because I clicked the slide too quick. And who knows, maybe I just needed some of those people to make me exercise those negative emotions to help me see how I felt about myself. In fact, I predict that that's exactly what happened. May your brightness be a smiling light that snaps us back and reminds us to be supportive, patient, and more importantly, thankful for the many people who touched our lives along the way while God was guiding us on our chosen path. That path is your reminder and gift that God is for today. Thank you. God bless you and have a safe weekend. This is Sporty King. Ciao.